You know, it genuinely surprises me that people haven't figured out how garbage these apps are and people are still using them and destroying their mental health. It's actually kind of crazy to me. You know, normally I script my videos, but this time I kind of want to just talk off the cuff and talk about an experience that I had from these dating apps that started to push me towards the direction of, man, these are garbage. So at the moment, I'm currently in a relationship with this person that I met out in public, you know, out in the real world, not on the apps, and I'm pretty happy so far. But I'm just more happy that I don't have to go back to that cesspool. I don't know what was going on over there. But years ago, I actually had a date on one of these apps that has gone down in history for me as one of the worst dates I've ever had. So I'm sure you guys are familiar with the app Hinge. You know, I was using this more actively at the time because Tinder wasn't for your boy, it wasn't working for me. So I was mostly just on Hinge. And then I ended up matching with this cute little Asian girl. And I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm liking what I'm seeing. You know, she's pretty, she's cute, she got the little innocent looking face. Okay, cool. And then we started messaging back and forth, and eventually we got on the phone. So like this person was in college and she was like an hour or so away from me, something like that. So not too big of a drive for me because I lived in Southern California, and you know, going from like Riverside County to LA is kind of like a normal trip. So an hour wasn't really that much of a big deal for me. So we was talking, right? We was talking back and forth on the phone. You know, my voice inflection started to get a little bit lower. Hers started to get a little bit higher. We over here talking about what turns us on and everything. On my head, I was like, you know what? I'm about to crack. It's over. So like tomorrow, I'm about to pull up and then, I don't know, go to her dorm or something. But I was about to get all up in that. And now she tried to warn me. She was all like, okay, well, just so you know, I did gain a little bit of weight in the pictures. So I was like, you know what? I ain't afraid of a little weight on a woman. That doesn't bother me. I'm still gonna go for that. Why not? Because like a little bit of weight is like how bad could it possibly be? Bruh, I pulled up and this girl was underestimating how much she gained in however much time. She did not look like the pictures, and in my head I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, I am screwed. And what's crazy is because like the night before I was talking that game. I was about to say that, oh yeah girl, I'm finna do this, I'm finna do that. And I basically said that I don't mind spending the day with you, as in like a good 4 or 5 hours, because it was like I don't know, like a Friday or a Saturday, something like that. And then when I pulled up, I'm like, there's no way I gotta spend 4 to 5 hours with this girl. Now the whole thing was just chopped. From the very get-go, this girl was extremely touchy, extremely handsy, to the point where it wasn't even sexy. It came across as very desperate and very overwhelming. And then we were holding hands and her hands were like a little bit sweaty and everything. And then when we sat down walking around her college campus, she was like, you should kiss me now. And like she basically forced like the kiss. And it was just not it, man. It was like sloppy, but not in a good way. And in my head, I'm like, I'm screaming that I have to go through this for I don't know however many more hours. I think I was what, 24 at the time. So I'm like a real nice dude. I'm not nice guy in a good way. I was a nice dude, and I didn't want to hurt her feelings or nothing, but man, I wasn't feeling it. We ended up going up to one of her study rooms or something, and then she got even more handsy and more kissy and more touchy. But what threw me off about this person was like the mental instability. So she would talk about like you need to make out with me now, or I'll feel like unsexy or something like that. And then you know naturally how when you're kissing somebody you pull back because you want to breathe some damn oxygen, right? And that's what I did. Now when I tried to breathe in the natural gas that is oxygen, she got like hella offended. Like she really did. She was like, do you not find me attractive? Do you not like me? I'm like, girl, I ain't got nothing to do with that. It's just like your boy wants to breathe. And then she would start getting pouty. She would get pouty. She would sit further away from me, and she wouldn't want to like be near me because I pulled back because I wanted to breathe. And then when we resumed, like she just started being like overbearing and basically smushing my face into hers. I was screaming, bro. So it got to a point where I was thinking, I gotta devise a plan to get up out of here because this is just not it, and I need to escape. I was actually talking to another girl on the same app at the time, and then she's on the way back home. Like she's still far out from me, but if I were to go back home, I'd basically be passing her place. I hit her up and I was like, yo girl, what are you doing right now? And she said, I'm not doing nothing. I'm like, I'm about to pull up today. Are you open? And she's like, okay, cool. So I essentially just scheduled another date because I needed to find something to get out of here with. And then once that date was scheduled and confirmed, I told the girl I was with, the Asian chick, yo, so my stepdad he needs my help fixing the water heater because our water heater burst at home. That damn water heater is fine. I just wanted to find a reason to get up out of here. She said, oh, I thought you were gonna be here for hours. I'm like, yeah, things changed. And I walked around with her for like another 30 minutes or so, and then I finally ended up leaving. And when she walked me to my car, she like forced another kiss on me and was like, you better call me. Or I'm like, okay. I never drove away from a date so fast in my life, bro. Like, that was insane to me. And I was thinking like, man, these dating apps are garbage. Now, the girl that I went on the date with later that day, that was a lot better, but honestly, she was also a tad strange. Like, I would, like, okay, so you know how like you're sitting with a girl, like you like her, you put your arm around her waist, right? I did that and she like froze. When it was so weird. Like, we were already talking for a while and like I just you know, we're sitting, I put my arm around her and then she just like froze and like locked up. Like, she locked up like a meerkat. You know how like those little meerkats or whatever, they stand up straight? That's basically what she did. And I'm just thinking, okay, so this person's like, she ended up telling me that she's just really awkward and she doesn't really date and she doesn't have a license and and she's scared to drive. I'm just like, man, what are these people that I'm dating with, man? Well, I don't understand. So nowadays I'm pretty thankful because I met someone during a game night and we, you know, got to know each other naturally over time, and then we started dating. So that's the process in which I believe is the most fruitful. But what I was doing before, man, those chicks on dating apps are just whack. And not to mention like the constant ghosting, the lack of conversations, and everything else in between, man. If you're still on dating apps, I would highly encourage that you delete that garbage and you find something that you actually enjoy doing in real life, because I promise you'll meet someone more organic like that. And let's say you don't. You're already doing something that you like, so it's not like you're really missing out on anything. But yeah, that's it. If y'all have some like strange happenings or occasions, and I would love to hear about it, but that was mine. Get off the dating apps, bro. If you enjoyed the video, then go ahead and just like and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one.